Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How are you? Oh, good. Ryan's, I cannot. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you, students? All good.
Yeah.
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name
Hello.
is Muslim. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm Zishan Aslam. I'm a software engineer and a teacher, and I'll be teaching you about computer information technology and its various other applications. And if you can introduce yourself to me, tell me about your in which grade you are reading right now, university or what.
Okay, I'm Amina. I'm in year 11.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, and Ryan.
I'm Rayan. I'm Rayan and I'm in year 7.
Okay. Okay, I need to know your level of studying computer right now, at what level you are, about what kind of information you have and computer sciences field. ठीक है. Okay, can you define a computer? What is a computer? Both of them. Anyone?
I don't know.
Okay, so you're studying computer for the first time, both of you, right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just start my lecture right now. The main objectives that we have right now are we define the term computer and then identify its components, which are the components that are included in computer that are needed to run a computer properly. And we will explain why a computer is a powerful tool, recognize purpose of a network, what is a network, why do we use network and internet and world wide web, different program, and what is the difference between installing and running a program, various type of softwares like Microsoft Office, MS Paint, and many other softwares like I use right now Visual Studio for programming development, and describe categories of computer, determine how the elements of an information system interact, identify various type of computer users, how do they use computer. And then we will discuss computer applications in society, how do we use computer in society, in our society. So do you have any idea what is a computer? Any idea why do you use computer? What is a computer? Anything, you don't need to be specific about the definition or anything. What is your understanding of computer? Why do you use computer?
For entertainment.
For entertainment, yes, good. Anything else? Or assignments, entertainment, I use for development, programming, medical stuff used for the patient management systems, online. There are many other uses. Now let's come to the Definition of computer. Computer is an electronic device operating under the control of instructions stored in its own memory. Now, we think of a computer as an electronic device, a device that operates under our instructions that we store in the computer in its memory, like hard disk. In hard disk, we store our pictures. When we click on the mouse, double click on the mouse on the picture will open. The double click gives instruction to the computer that open up this picture to show this picture in a wide frame. Okay. Now, first, how computer process data. First thing, computer accepts the data that we give computer, like it's a raw facts, figures, symbols. You can say that the calculator is also a form of a computer. It is a computing device. Calculator. You use calculator in mathematics, do you?
Yeah.
It is also a sort of a computing device. Computer is basically a device that calculates your instructions. Either it is in the form of symbol, figures, facts. Okay. Like 2 plus 2, we give instruction, first number, second number, and perform a function on them, that is addition. It adds them up and give us output. So the data that I have right now, let's just say by taking the example of a calculator, is that we take data 2 and plus 2. These are the data, and the process is that data can be processed further by applying a function on it. Okay, function would be plus, that is the addition between the two numbers is the processing part. Processing part is the second function of the computer. First accept data, then process the data into the information, give itself a meaning. What is the purpose of the data is that it can be processed and then it have a meaningful result. Finally, it will give us result and it stores the result into the memory. Memory will be RAM. Have you ever heard about RAM?
Yes.
RAM is basically random access memory. It stores random data for a short period of time. When you restart your computer, it erases its memory and becomes empty to give a boost to the computer. Now let us come to the processing cycle of the information processing cycle, how computer works. Computer took the input and that it processed the data. The input would be the raw data that you provide the computer to perform some function on it, and it gives you an output. After process, there are two steps. Either it gives you the output or you want to store it, or both. Then the computer did again same thing applied on the input, and input will be processed and output will be shown to you on the computer screen, your screen and monitor. If you have a laptop, you can say the screen, and if you have a desktop, you can say the monitor. Monitor will show you the output. It is an output device and it saves the output in the storage memory, that is the hard disk. Then again it will goes back to the input part. Okay, what do you think about the word input? What comes into your mind when you heard the word input?
Something that you use to put into the computer.
Yes, it is that computer takes in. So the devices that that allow us to put something inside the computer in the form of instruction are called input devices. These devices, hardware that used to enter data and instruction. This is the definition of input devices, and the input devices are these with the red arrows. Your camera is an input device. It takes picture of yours and store it into the computer's memory. your mouse, keyboard, you just type some words on it and it takes data inside the computer and saves it in the hard drive. Mouse also give instruction to perform a certain function on the picture, like you click on the my computer twice to open it up. These instructions come from mouse. Scanner also takes your documents copy and saves a picture inside your computer hard drive. Microphone takes input of your voice in the form of digital waves and then send it to the other person. So digital camera, these are the input devices. These are the devices that allow us to give instructions to the computer. Understand? Now, both of you, can you, any one of you, describe that input devices in your own word so that I can see if you can understand me what I'm trying to teach you.
Um, it's a device
Yes,
that you use to enter data into the computer.
enter data into the computer in the form of instructions. In the form of instructions. Now comes to the output devices. What do you think about output devices? What are output devices would be?
What the computer gives back to you.
Yes, what the computer give back to you after processing the raw data. These are the output devices, hardware that conveys information to the user. So that information, that process data, that computer processes after taking the raw data and show it to user in the form of output or output devices. Can you tell me which device you are sitting in front of, computer or laptop, obviously. So if you can tell me which part of your computer is your output device?
The screen.
Okay. And
Where the noise is coming from, the microphone.
no, noise is coming from the speaker. You
Oh,
can hear me through the speaker. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
A printer.
Yes, printer. Okay, these are the output devices. And very good, your answer is definitely correct. The screen, the speaker, printer, these are the output devices that gives you the information that you are hearing my voice through the speaker, because my microphone taking my voice as an input, and you can hear my voice through the speaker as an output. Printer also is the same example. You print the document inside your computer through the printer. It gives you output in the hard form on the hard paper. Okay. Let us talk about the most important part of the computer. Without every device connected to it is useless. You cannot even use them. You can use speaker, microphone, but cannot use a keyboard, mouse. And so this is called the system unit. That device, this device that red arrow is pointing towards, is called system unit. Box like case containing electronic component used to process data. This is called the brain of computer. Inside this box, black box, there are the chips connected to one another so that the computer can perform different operations. First is storage unit, that is the hard drive. Storage unit is a hard drive where you can store your data. Either it is in raw form, in processed form. It stores your data and saves it. It is also called ROM. Have you heard that word before? ROM, RAM. Obviously, you heard about RAM or ROM.
Yeah. Yeah.
ROM is read-only
It's
memory.
read only. Yeah.
Yes, it is a read-only memory. It cannot be erased simply. You want to erase data from the ROM, you have to delete it by yourself. It is totally different from RAM. Next is power supply. Power supply, every device inside the black box, this black box system unit is connected through wires to the power supply so that it can have power. Main wire is connected to it. This is CPU. Have you heard about CPU? What is CPU?
The central processing unit.
Yes, central processing unit. You heard people saying this about the specification. I need Core i7 processor laptop. I need a Core i7 fifth generation processing unit laptop. Have you heard these words before buying laptop or computer?
Yeah, but I don't know what they mean.
Yes. These words indicate that the generation, this is a central processing unit. Every instruction goes through central processing unit and perform the any process, any function perform on these instructions is always processed in the central processing unit. There are two types of central processing units, 32-bit and 64-bit. 64-bit obviously have more memory than that of 32-bit. 32-bit is means that it performs 32 instruction in one cycle, and the 64-bit is that it performs 64-bit instruction. It process 64-bit of data and process it into the output in at a time in a cycle. Okay, these are the memory cards. Memory card mean RAM. RAM is obviously used to boost up your memory, your processing speed, so that your laptop or your computer can perform functions very easily, very smoothly. There is no interruptions, and your computer will not hang if you have more RAM memory. This is a video card. Video card, obviously you said you use your computer for entertainment purposes also, so that if you play games, if any one of you play games, latest game 3D games, it needs a higher memory graphic card, like 1 GB, 2 GB, 3 GB memory of video card, so that it can run or render the whole game smoothly without any interruption. Next is sound card. Sound card obviously is for the output. Speaker can be connected to the sound card so that it can produce sound to you. Okay, next come to the main. There is a main chip inside the system unit, which is called motherboard. Every device, hardware device that is used in the computer is connected to the motherboard. Motherboard connects all these devices to make a complete computer. Okay, first thing is we learned CPU, central processing unit, also called processor, carries out instruction and tells the computer what to do. Like you touch some, is the computer is basically based on human brain. You touch something with your finger sends signal to your brain that what to do, either to process this thing. If you are only touching, it will tell you that the surface is hard or soft. Same goes for the processor. Processor is the brain of computer. It tells computer what to do. These are the data. It have the data, raw data to be processed. Then it takes the data, assess the data, that what kind of a data it is and what kind of function that user wants to perform on it, and tells computer to perform that function on the data and produce an output. Then it comes to the memory, temporary holding place for data and instruction. Temporary holding place, obviously this is here we are talking about RAM. RAM is a temporary holding place for data and instruction, so that it gives boost to the computer's processing speed. What is a storage? Can you tell me about this word? What comes into your mind when you heard the word storage?
A place which you use to hold things.
Whole things like shed or storeroom where you store all your things there, or a room where you can your store your personal belongings, or a cupboard. This is storage for you. Everyone have a storage to store their personal belongings or their personal data related to it. So also computer have a component which are called storage devices. It holds data, instruction, and information for future use. You store data for future use, like your pictures, old pictures you use in the future to see. And then you can have your documents, your ID card copies, copies, and pictures, and your forms, your old school certificates in the form of pictures or documents saves in the storage, so that you can use them in the future. If you misplace your hard documents in the paper documents, you can use them in the future. This There are two type of storage media and storage devices. Storage media, physical material on which data and instruction and information are stored. And storage devices records and retrieves item to and from the storage medium. It talks about the hard drive. Hard drives takes your data, takes your instruction and information and store them. And then devices, there are devices that can retrieve your data from the device. Either that medium is USB, hard drive. These are the devices that have the data. Now, have you ever heard about the floppy disk? These disks used back in 1990s decade. Have you heard about them?
Yes.
They have a very
No.
short memory. They have very short memory, thin, circular, flexible. You have here you can see there is a, you can see the pointer, mouse pointer here. I'm circling right now.
Yeah.
This is a save
Yeah.
button. This is a save button so that I can save that data here. This is actually a picture image of floppy disk. Floppy disk is exactly looks like that save button data. It has a very small memory, flexible disk enclosed in a rigid plastic shell. A zip disk looks similar but has much greater storage compatibility, is equal to 170 floppy disk. Floppy disk, there are two kind of floppy disk. One is simple floppy disk. It consists of memory about in kbs, not even in mb. Maximum goes to 2 MB, 8 MB. Then there is a zip disk. It is similar to the floppy disk, but it contains 170 times more storage than that of floppy disk. Can you hear me? I think I have internet
Yeah. Yeah.
problem right now. Okay. So these are the disk devices that we can talk about. Okay. Can anyone of you tell me what is a CPU?
The central processing unit.
And why do we have CPU in our computer?
It carries out instructions that tell the computer what to do.
Okay. And what are the storage devices for?
It records and retrieves data from the storage
Okay.
medium.
Okay. Okay. Good. Now comes to the hard disk. You heard about hard disk before?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do we use hard disk?
Because it has it can store a lot of data.
A lot of data. Why? Okay. And how much memory right now you are using a computer? How much memory does your hard disk have?
I don't know.
Don't. Okay. We will talk about that too, where you can see your hard disk memory and your RAM memory goes into the main processing file system after we complete these basics of computer. Okay. So now let's talk about how they provide much greater storage capacity than a floppy disk and zip disk. It provides you storage in GBs, gigabytes. GBs mean gigabytes. It contains about as much data as you want to enter in it. Right now, I have 1 terabyte of memory of in my hard drive. It contains about 1000 GBs. Okay, so now you can use hard drive as your own capacity of information that you want to store in the hard drive. There are two type of hard drives. One is SSD and other is simple compact HD. SSD has its own memory, own RAM. It runs your computer more fastly than the simple hard disk. It is housed inside the system unit. Next, come to the compact disk. These you obviously know about. What is a compact disk? Compact disk is an abbreviation of what? What do you think?
A CD.
CDs. Flat, round, portable, metal disk, CD. It runs in CD-ROM and CD writer. What is the difference between CD-ROM and CD writer, if you know about something? Can you tell me about that? What is difference between CD-ROM and CD writer?
I think you can't change the CD-ROM.
Yes, CD writer is used to copy the data into the CD, where CD-ROM just use the data inside the CD and gives you output on your screen. And its capacity about 673 to 678 MBs. This is the capacity of CD that we used previously. Now CDs are just obsolete. Then comes to the next DVD-ROM. After the CD-ROM, the DVD came. DVD-ROM and DVD writer, same difference between them. DVD-ROM just plays the data inside the DVDs and it shows the out in the form of output on your screen, whatever the data that the DVD holds. And DVD writer is used to copy the data inside the DVDs. Its capacity is starts from 4.7 GB to 17 GB. Data can be copied inside the DVDs. There are some miniature devices, storage devices. These are the new devices that computer usually use, but mostly we use these in our mobile phones, cell phones. In cell phones, there is a memory that already inside present inside the mobile phone, but there is some extra memory that you add up through something. What are these? Can you tell me about them?
Is it called an SD card?
Yes, SD card, or more you can say these are the memory cards. Portable, thin, very small in sizes. These are used in handheld computers that you can say your mobile phone is also known as handheld computers. These are the very small devices, and digital cameras for storage purposes. Your digital camera has a memory card, so that after uh, taking pictures and storing those pictures inside the memory card, you can use those pictures and copy them inside your computer. Okay, thank you. Next thing is, what makes a computer more powerful? What do you think is a computer a powerful device? Hmm?
What was the question?
Is a computer a powerful device?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Why is it a powerful device? Can you explain it more?
because it stores a lot of data in a small
Mhm.
size.
Very good. Because it solves a complex problem within seconds. That's the speed of a computer to solve a specific problem. It is reliable. It's because it have already predefined functions that apply to your instructions, so that they can smoothly give your desired output. And accurate, it gives you very accurate output as per your desire, that you want output something, like a calculation you perform something, you calculate something on a computer in its calculator. It gives you then accurate answer. There is a very less chance of very less chance that it is not a correct answer. Then it has a storage, so that you can store information. It has a lot of gigabytes of storage that stores about a room full of papers that have information, can easily be stored inside the computer, can easily be find inside the computer. It is less time consuming. It perform your functions easily and very reliable, effective. And other thing is communications. It makes your communication, like we are communicating right now through the computer, and it makes communication very easy. Network, collection of computers and devices connected together. That is a computational definition of a network. What do you think word network means? Both of you, what do you think network means?
Um, Computers, how different people are connected through their computers.
Okay, okay, how different computers connected to one another. But if we can say, how do you explain the word networks in daily life? You have friends in your college or school where you are studying right now?
Yeah,
So you have friends, 4 or 5 friends. These friends are your network, social network. You can say these are network of people who share same type of interest. They have a bonding, a friendship together. So you guys form a network. We can say that this is a social network. Like when you are referring to the Facebook, you can say the social networking site. We say that, no?
yeah,
So network means collection. Network is basically connection that connects either these are the devices or the people. When they collected together, we can say that they form a network. They form a network. Collection of computer in computation, we can say that the collection of computer and devices connected together are called is called a network. Communication devices, communication devices enables the connection between computers. Right now we are connected through internet. So internet is our network that we are connected with, and we are using Zoom for our network. Zoom has a network, a server that are connected together, servers that are connected together so that we can communicate with one another through internet. So one type is a modem. What is a modem? When you say communication device,
I don't know.
you don't know. You have a internet facility in your home from any internet supplier.
Yes.
Yeah, they give you a device that is connected with the wire outside optic fiber with optic fiber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that device is called modem. It enables you to connect to the network, to the internet, so that you can connect with other computers that are present on the internet network. So that device is called modem. It is also modem also have types, that is switches and many other types that are used in computer labs, so that all the computers are connected together on the labs network. Okay, now communication medias. Media is basically anything that provides, that enables you to communicate with one another is communication media. We are communicating right now through internet. Internet is connected through the wires, cables, telephone lines, cellular radio, wireless, any wireless device that connects people with one another through a network is using a medium, that is cellular, waves, radios, satellite. When I make a call from here, it sends signal to the cellular radio station or whatever they have right now. Either they have a Wi-Fi system, either they have a tower or something in the area that sends signal forward, so that I can be connected to the other person who's available on the network. And satellite basically we use cable network for televisions. Different channels can be seen all around the world. These are because the television channels have satellites. These satellites connect the channels with other countries, of different countries with other countries, so that these channels can be shown into the other countries through the satellite communications. These are the communication medias. Why do we need network? Can you explain that to me? Why do you think we need a network?
To send things to one another or to
Okay.
talk to each other.
Okay, talk to one another, share. We are saying social network, we are sharing our thoughts or interest. But when it comes to the computer, we are sharing our resources. Right now I am sharing my screen with you right now. So this is a resource that I have, that these slides that I have prepared, I'm sharing those slides with you. Hardware devices can be shared, software programs can be shared through the network. Data and information, this when I send these slides to you, I'm sharing data with you, information with you through the internet network. So basically we can say that we need a network to share anything with different people that are available on the other network or the connected network. And basically network, the main thing that we need a network is that it saves time. and money. In past, when we say that in 19th century, people used to send letters to one another far away. They can get the letter after weeks, months. But now we just press one send button, and within seconds, other person have our message and answer back to us. Okay, next we talk about networks and internet. So server, have you heard about server before?
Yeah.
What is a server? What do you think is a server?
The thing that keeps all your data, all your information.
Okay. Okay. Server is basically like a system unit, but it has more storage, it has more processing speed, it has more RAM memory. Everything is boosted up inside the server. Is, we can say, is a perfect machinery for accessing data through the network. Manage the resources on a network. Server is basically a device that connects people with one another through the resources sent by one client to another. The other people, the other computers that are connected to the server are called clients. Client are the devices that interact with other devices through the server, or use the resources provided by the other devices that are stored in server, and access these resources either in the form of entertainment or data. Like you have used YouTube. Did you use YouTube before? All right. No, these days
Yes.
YouTube is basically, this is a data that is stored by one person through his computer on YouTube server. This server can be in Europe, Asia, anywhere in the world, and it is on network. When I am also a client, I'm also available on internet, or I'm connected to an internet network. So when I go to YouTube, I open up the YouTube and search something, that instruction goes to the server. This server search that information, like either it is a song or a tutorial or something. It searches that. If that server has that information, it gives back me a ping in the form of, it shows all the related information. You know, when you search something, it gives you a list of things, lists of videos, that these videos are same as that of the word that you searched. So it gives information, take from one client, it take information from one client and provide that information to the client that needs those information within the matter of minutes. But now, right now, if you have a very strong internet connection, very speed up internet connection, you can get that information in seconds through the server. Now let us talk about these clients. A client accesses the resources on the server. Like I said before, the server stores the data from one computer. If I am connected with the server right now, I have a data and I allow the server to access that data. And there is another person, like you are the second person who have the computer, and we both are connected to the server. I have a data like these slides that I prepared. You need those slides, and I allow the server so that anyone can copy these slides from my computer. When you search for these slides on a server comes to my computer, took those files and give you some link so that you can access the data from my computer. Next is internet. What is internet?
Huh? What did you say?
What is internet?
Um, the internet is a collection of networks.
Collection of a network. Okay. And why do you use internet? What for? Why do you use internet?
To communicate across the world.
Okay. To communicate
To
across the
find
world.
information.
Yes. Come again.
To find information.
Yes. To find information, your desired information. Either you are studying, or you want to watch a movie, or play a game, or use, or needed any application to be install. You go to the internet. You go to internet and collect that information. So we can say that the biggest internet network is right now World Wide Web, that you usually use to type URL in your URL bar, www. Have you heard that before?
Yes.
So www basically stands for World Wide Web. This is a collection of networks that connects millions of computers throughout the world. Anything that is connected to the internet, that is used to access the internet, is connected to the World Wide Web. Why do you users access the internet? These are the uses of internet: for communicating with one another, to share information with one another. And right now it is this is very common way of shopping right now in corona days. Right now in lockdown, shopping, online shopping, banking, online banking is a very common ways of transport, sending money, receiving money right now. And of course, like we are doing right now, classes and entertainment. Basically these are the six main things that user, for which user access the internet. What is the World Wide Web? When you access a website, there is a open up in browser, something opens up, right?
Yes.
We say that in our language, that we open up a web page. See, so that web page, there are thousands of, billions, trillions of web pages in on internet, billions of document available for anyone connected to the internet. They're like images, social networking websites, videos, everything is available there. Studying material, everything is available. A website is collection of related web pages. Related web pages means, if I open a Facebook, it does not show me the YouTube page. It shows me pages that are related to the Facebook, like profile and groups, pages, and my friends, messages. It does not show me YouTube link. Okay. A web page basically contains text, graphics, sound, video, and link to other web page. You can have a link on a website to the another web page. Like we have a link on Facebook, and we click on that link, and it opens up on a new tab. It is YouTube's link. We can link YouTube through the hyperlink in a Facebook, but we cannot access YouTube through Facebook directly, like entering a URL in the URL bar in our browser. And we cannot simply access YouTube. We have to enter YouTube's URL in the web browser. Basically, web page is simply at first designed to share information. By creating web pages, we share information and posting photos on a photo community. Different sources, different purposes, people use different purpose for using internet and web pages. Facebook is for social networking, so that you can connect with your relatives and friends and your social circle. and the YouTube is basically to gather information about anything you want to learn or study, anything you want to study, or you want to make anything, you want to learn a new skill, you can get those tutorial on YouTube. How do you install and run a software? What is a computer software? Anyone? What is a computer software?
I don't know.
Okay. Computer software basically series of instructions that executes when you want them to execute, and it tells your computer to do something. Okay. A software is basically something we use to perform a certain we can say function or certain output, to get some output from the, like we use calculator to calculate, right? We use Microsoft PowerPoint to show our slides, to prepare presentation. Okay, Microsoft Office is a software. Basically Windows is also a software. Okay, there are two types of software. One is called system software, another is called application software. Basically application software are those software that runs inside your Windows. Right now, which window you are using right now?
Windows.
Windows which 7, XP, 10? Which window? Windows 7?
Windows 10.
Windows 7. Okay, right now Windows have Windows 11 version, right, is out there in the market, but it is not a stable version, it's a better version. Okay, I'm using Windows 10. Windows is basically a software in which other softwares run to give us output, to perform some to process our instructions. So Windows is an operating is an operating system which we call system software, and application softwares are those software that we run inside the Windows. Like I am running right now Windows 10. Okay, this is the interface of Windows 10. So Windows 10 is operating system software, and this TeamViewer, VLC, IDMan, Visual Studio Code, WhatsApp, Microsoft Edge, these are the application software that we use to perform some action. Okay, understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, good. That's good. Okay, now here we study about how do we install a program. First of all, before the internet, we use CD-ROMs that we insert inside the CD-ROM drive to install a program. It was a program disk that we insert inside the CD-ROM, and then step 2 was install the software program by instructions in the disk. There are instructions that are already given in the disk so that you can install and run that program. There you can there was an install icon in the disk that we double click and it runs the program and the program executes. Right now what we do right in these days, this is an obsolete process of installing a new software. The latest is that we go to our web browser and we search for that software. That is the new way of installing a which gives us different links where we can pick up the software's installer and download it and runs on our computer to install new software. Okay, Now let us talk about graphical user interface, GUI. Have you ever heard about that, GUI? Have you heard that word before?
No.
No.
Okay. This is basically a computational terminology where we can say that this is based on graphics. Everything that you see on your screen is called graphical. This is a graphical user interface. Before that, there is a command prompt like this. There was a time before Windows, people work on Windows through command. They write some command here like run my PC, then the my PC will open and they use that. This is not a GUI version. Okay, this is a command prompt version. BIOS, basically it is called BIOS, binary integration operating system. The latest version of it is graphical user interface, where user can see the things in graphical form. It consists of software using graphics and icons. We can see icons here. You can see there are icon. Acrobat Reader have an icon, so I can see that there's a folder. When I open it, a folder means there is some information inside these things. Okay, there are icons so that I can see what is the purpose of thing. Groove music, there is a disc playing there. Icon is related to the purpose of the application. Icon is always related and shows you graphically what is the purpose of application. Like movies, there is a play button, kind of an icon. Solitaire game, it has cards image on it in its icon, so that you can interact with computer through graphics and see that which makes computer more easy to use. To run on the command prompt, you need to learn about the commands first, then you use that. It is a very time consuming. Right now you just click on the icon and it opens up and show you what is the purpose of application, what is the application is about. Graphical user interface control gives you controls how you enter data and how the screen display the information. Right now I use this whole graphic appearance for my slides. It has a blue bar here and orange bar here to make the slides more presentable. So basically graphical user interface is very humanly way of displaying the output on the computer. Okay, we have talked about this. What is the system software that I told you?
It controls the actual computer and how it works.
Okay,
So like
so
Windows has Windows 8 and 10.
yes. Basically Windows, Intel, the computer like Dell company, HP company, Sony company, they have the processor that is based upon Windows operating system. It runs Windows operating system, and Mac have their own Macintosh, Mac OS, and there is a Linux, Ubuntu. These are the operating system beside Windows. Windows is most commonly used software, and Mac OS is most commonly used on Apple devices. So basically system software is a program that controls the operation of the computer. Like computer, what sort of operations computer should perform, and how does it use the devices connected to it. These are decided by the system software. There are two types of system software: operating system and utility programs. Operating system is a set of a program that coordinate all activity among the computer hardware devices and allow user to run application software. So basically operating system is a software that allow us to use the computer, like I'm using Windows as an operating system, so that I can use application software that is Microsoft PowerPoint, where I'm showing you my slides right now. These slides are right now on my screen. So it is using an output device, that is my screen, and it shows you all the slides through your screen also. So basically operating system is the set of program that coordinates all the activities between hardware devices and application softwares. Like I am playing a media player, so that computers set instruction to speaker that it gives sound as an output. So this is the main working of operating system. Utility programs. Utility programs allow the user to perform maintenance type tasks related to managing computer and its devices and its programs. Utility programs are basically inside control panel. Okay. This is a control panel. Control panel is basically a utility program. It allow me to go through every device like this. Here's a keyboard. I can install it. I can configure my keyboard from here. These are the setting of my keyboard: speed, delay, how much delay that I have while typing something, how the cursor blink whenever I click here, and there is a cursor blink. If I want it to blink faster, I go to the fast one. If I want to blink slower, it will slow down. Okay, and now this is a speed, and here is hardware information like HP incorporation keyboard, standard keyboard, and here is the type of the keyboard. What does it consist of? Keyboard have hotkeys, like it allow me to lower the brightness, lower the volume through the keyboard. I don't have to go to the settings and then lower down my voice or anything. Okay, these are the utility software. It has allows you to configure your modem, mouse, internet option, devices and printer, other devices that are connected. And there is a device manager. This is the main utility program. It controls all the devices connected to your computer. Okay, like it have a battery, audio input and output, biometric devices, Bluetooth, computer, disk devices, DVD-ROM, CD-ROM. It contains all the information about the hardware devices that are connected to it, and it allow me to change their settings from here so that I can manipulate the hardware that is connected to my computer according to my need. Okay, so here is a Windows Defender firewall where you can provide the storage devices spaces. You can create a new create some space, extra space inside your storage device so that you can use it in another folder, like the C drive, D drive you have on your PC. Okay, these are the utility software inside the control panel. Control panel have all the utility programs. Okay, so can you tell me the difference between the operating system and utility program?
The utility program is to do with the maintenance of your computer, things like
Okay.
the brightness, the volume, things like that.
Okay.
And the operating system is the thing that allows you to run application software.
Okay, okay, okay. You can add something extra to your operating system definition, that it allows you to to build a communication bridge between your hardware device and application software so that they can coordinate with one another and gives a better output. This is operating system proper definition when you describe it. Okay, now come to the application software. Application, what do you think when you hear the word application? What is application? Have you ever heard that word before? What is an application?
When you put it,
Yes. Hello? Can you hear me? Yes.
Application.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Application is basically you have something that you can use to apply instruction upon to perform a specific task. Like I want to type something on my computer. I need a software that can show me what I am typing right. So I will use Microsoft Office. My Microsoft Office has sub software which is Microsoft Word, where I can see what I am typing. Okay, so application is basically to apply something, and give computer will give you an output. So application software can be defined as program that performs specific task for the user. Specific task means there are media players that only perform audio visual tasks. It can show you a video with the sound, or an audio without any graphics. It cannot show you a document. It is not designed that way. So every application software has its purpose, and it is designed for us to perform a specific task. It cannot be used for any other purpose. Okay, so now next we talk about suit. Have you ever heard about that? What is a suit?
I've
no,
never had it.
Yes, yes. Hello.
I've never heard it.
Okay, okay, okay. Suitcase, when I put it that way, can you explain it now when I say the word suitcase? Why do you use suitcase?
To hold your belongings.
Hold your belongings, uh, your clothes, your shoes, or anything that belongs to you can be put inside the suitcase together. Same goes for the suit application, suit software. Many software applications are bundled together as a single unit. Okay, let me show you. Here is Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office is basically a suite that includes the software that deals with the documents. Okay, so it is a bundle of softwares like Microsoft Access, where you can create a database application, simple clip organizer, Microsoft Excel, where you form computations and create an Excel sheet, documents, info part designer. This is basically a suite. Microsoft Office is a suite that contains applications that deals with the documents. That is basically it has a purpose. It can be used in the offices for official purpose. OneNote, Outlook. Right now I'm using Microsoft PowerPoint, Publisher, SharePoint Workspace, Microsoft Word for writing a document. Your assignments can be, you can write on Microsoft Word. Basically this is a whole bundle of applications inside that are that put together as a single unit called Microsoft Office. So basically it is a program that have the software applications that are bundled together as a single unit. It gives you same word processing, Microsoft Word, spreadsheet, Microsoft Excel is used for their presentation graphics, like I'm using right now. I'm presenting you the slides, Microsoft PowerPoint, and database Microsoft Access, and together they come inside Microsoft Office, single unit as Microsoft Office. Okay, programmer. What does the word programmer means? Can you tell me? What do you mean by programmer? Apart from communication.
Someone who
Yes.
someone who creates software.
Yes, we can say that the programmer does not need to the person who can create a software. Programmer can be anybody who can develop something. Okay, we mostly use right now, it is common to say that the person who writes the software is a programmer. Okay, so when it comes to the computer programming, we can say that the person who can develop application and system software, or manipulate a software, or can write instruction that allows the computer to perform something, is a programmer. Okay, someone who develops application and system software. Programmer writes instructions to direct computer. It means that the programmer writes some instruction. It gives instruction to the computer that if certain data comes to you, you perform the instruction on that data. It means that if I am developing a calculator, I will tell computer that if you have a variable that contains numeric value, you can perform addition, subtraction, or multiplication, division on it. You cannot perform any other function or any other operation on that data. You only perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division on it, and give output, which is called information. So programmer basically manipulates computer and give the computer some instructions that you have a certain data, take that data, and this data this data can be processed under the instruction that I have given you. You only perform this instruction on the certain data and give me the output that I instruct you to provide. Okay, now let's come to the next thing. What are the categories of computer? Personal computer basically is the desktop that we use inside our houses. Mobile computer and mobile devices are also a form of computer. These are also form of computer that you can use inside. Also use, these are basically portable devices. We can say that these are portable devices that we can take anywhere easily. Mid-range servers are those servers that are used inside your labs, school labs, college labs. Mainframe computers used by the big companies like YouTube is a big company, Google is a big company. Mainframe are the computers that have more capability to perform instructions, to process instructions much faster than that of the personal computers, mobile devices, or mid-range servers. Supercomputers are basically used by, mostly it is used by the research facilities, army operations. These are the computers. We can say that if we can say the supercomputers have more speed for processing data, than mainframe computers. So supercomputers are basically used by NASA. You heard about NASA? What is NASA?
The space people.
Yeah, space people. Supercomputers can perform instructions in fraction of seconds, milliseconds. These computers are that much powerful computers. Okay. two most popular series of personal computers. There are two. One is called PC, other one is Macintosh. PC and compatible. These are the computer we say these computers only use Windows operating system, are the PCs. Okay, and the other popular company that gives us the popular personal computers is Apple Macintosh. So mostly the Apple Macintosh is basically quite expensive than that of the computers that use the Windows operating system. So people usually prefer Windows based operating system and the devices that are compatible with this operating system. Okay, here we define personal computers. So desktop computer is a type of personal computer that we use inside our homes, and these are the computers that can fit inside your desk and table anywhere in the house. These are That's why these are called desktop computers. Then it comes to the portable devices like laptops. We can also call them notebooks. Okay, these are portable device small enough to fit on your lap, also called laptops. Generally these are expensive than that of simple desktop computers. These are very expensive than that of simple computers. Okay, so these are the portable, basically these are portable devices, can be taken from one place to another easily. Where on the other hand, if you want to uh, change to your computer to the other place, you need two people, at least two people, to pick it up and take it to the another place, whereas laptop can easily fit inside your bag. Okay, next is tablet PC handheld. Resemble a later size slate. Okay, these are very small slate kind of things. Okay, it has a stylus so that you can write upon it. Stylus is basically a pen like device that is used to write on your screen. Smaller version of modular computer. What are web enabled handheld computer? Web enabled handheld computers are basically handheld computers that you can, basically smartphones are your web enabled telephones. These are the advanced version of handheld computers. Your mobile phone, your smartphones are basically the next generation of handheld computers. And in future maybe we will have only a screen and they can fuse everything inside that screen so that we can use it like we see in the movies. It allows us to check emails, access the internet, and web enabled telephone is a smartphone. We call these devices smartphone. Okay, next is what is a PD, a personal digital assistant. Have you ever seen PDAs?
No.
Actually, these are the devices that used in 1990s decade. Now you can hardly see these devices. These are obsolete devices. Provide personal organizing functions. Basically, these are the handheld. These tablet PCs and PDAs are combined together to make a smartphone. Smartphone is a combined version of PDAs and tablet PCs. It has a specific function. It has appointment book, address book, calculator, notepad, and calendar. These are the basic applications that it has, the PDAs have, so that you can use it as a personal assistant, as a personal digital assistant. This now come to the server. We have talked about the server. How do we define the server? We have read that before, about 20-30 minutes before. Can you define a server?
Um, it manages resources on a network
Yeah,
and is stored by a person, and that can be shared to others.
yes, very good. Now we can learn about the types of servers. There's main three types are mid-range, mainframe, and supercomputer. Mid-range are powerful large computers that supports up to a few thousand computers. Basically, these types are categorized on the basis of how much capacity they have to handle the computers on a network, how much capacity they have to handle resources. Okay, so mid-range servers are powerful large computer that supports up to 1,000 computers. The next powerful server is mainframe. These are very powerful but are expensive as compared to the mid-range servers, and these ports also thousands of computers. And the next one that is the most powerful is supercomputer. Like I said before, it is used by the space people, NASA. These are the fastest, most powerful, and most expensive computer. Like if you buy one supercomputer in that price range, you can buy almost hundreds of mainframe or mid-range servers. These are that much expensive computers used for application requiring complex mathematical calculations. All these communication that the NASA perform, these are based on the waves and mathematical calculations. Like have you studied algebra?
Yes.
Yes.
Basically, the computer, all the complex mathematical calculations are performed based on algebra, graphs. Okay, these are the main complex mathematical calculations that the supercomputer can perform within fraction of seconds, milliseconds. These computers are that much fast and powerful computer. Okay, next one is information system. Basically, what do you think is information system? Hmm?
I don't know.
Okay, you are studying in college right now?
No, I'm starting it next year.
Okay, so your institute have your data, all the data, right?
Yes.
Okay, the data that is saved inside the computer's database of all the students, staff members, faculty members, all the data that is saved inside an application in computer system. This system is called information system. Okay, this system is information system. This is information has three steps, how these elements can be processed in information system: people, procedures, data, software, and hardware. These are the main components or elements of information system. Step one is that people develop procedure for processing data, and we define procedures. People, basically these are the programmer profile, like how we manage the data. Like I want to add information of a student, so student must have a name, first name, last name, father's name, mother's name, and have a specific ID, that is its roll number or admission number, registration number. Okay, so next step of information system is that people use software to enter data into the computer. This is the hardware part. The software is the first part. Step one, we create procedures. These procedures combine together to make an application or software which is called information system. Next is that the institute use that software to enter data inside the computer, which is the hardware. Okay, so next is software process that data and directs hardware to store into the or give output information. So basically what we do is that there is a information system. I want to add the personal information of a student like yours, so I write Amina. So and then after that I write your date of birth, your father's name, your mother's name. Then I will give the input the information about which what is your capability, like entry test, how much marks have you scored. Then after that I will write information about in which class do you read next, you get admitted to. Uh, so these information get stored into the database, and it will show me all the information whenever I write your name in the search of the software information system, or I write your registration or specific ID that the software assigned you in the system. So this is basically information systems total working. Okay, next slide is about categories of computer user. So what kind of users do you think can use computer? People use computer. Why people use computer? What kind of users are there? First of all, you are also one of the users, like home users. Okay, and then office, small office or home office users, and mobile users. Mobile users are those users who can take their laptops anywhere and work on these devices. Next user is large business users. Big organizations have many employees, and they have a system, network system created by their developers so that they can perform whatever their business is about. So these are the large businesses right now using computers. And power industries right now using computers to assess. There are many software that are used to control the power supplies right now. Just by pressing one button you can choose, you can turn off electricity at any part of the city right now through the in power companies. Okay, what kind of users you are? We have studied that.
A home user.
Home user. And so right now you are seeing on the screen right now, there are the software that is available for home user. Web access, you have web access through your browsers. Web access can be web can be accessed through the browsers, and many web-based applications right now still working, like Newton, Teamweaver, Zoom we are using right now is used to access the web or other people's computer. Entertainment, what kind of users you come under this statement, entertainment? Hmm?
Can you repeat it again, please?
Yes, sorry I didn't
Can
hear
you
you.
repeat it again?
I'm saying what kind of usage come under the span of entertainment statement?
Oh, home users, mobile users.
Okay, and
Yeah.
what kind of entertainment?
Like Netflix.
No, watching movies, entertainment. I'm basically talking about does entertainment mean? Watching movies, playing games to pass the time, for time being. And communications, what does it mean by communications? Communicate, how do we use our computers to communicate?
By sending emails.
Okay,
By calling each other.
okay. like using different softwares like Skype, WhatsApp on our computer, like Zoom. We are communicating right now. Okay, and personal finance management, we can there are many finance management softwares right now where we can add our daily expenses and our profits and different kind of our financial working. Okay, now we talk about the software that are available in small offices and home offices. Local area network, have you ever heard that word before?
Yeah.
Okay, what does it mean?
A network that spans over a small area,
Okay,
like a house.
okay, definitely that's correct. These are the basically local area network is a network that covers very small area instead of WAN, wide area network. Okay, productivity software are basically software that are used for official purposes like Excel. Excel is basically used for calculation and price estimation. There are many functions present inside Microsoft Excel so that you can use them. Specialty software. What do you think are the specialty softwares are?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, have you ever heard about graphic designing,
Yes.
Adobe Photoshop?
Yes.
So this is a specialty software. Only a person who have skills of graphic designing can use those software. You can learn those software to work with these software. Web usage, also web usage through the browser and emails. These are the five software that are available in small and home offices. Now come to the mobile users. These are mobile users are first of all handheld computers, web-enabled cellular phones like smartphones and notebooks are the users who have these devices are mobile users. They have hardware. Hardwares are these devices and softwares. It have all the softwares that a computer will have. Personal information manager, presentation. I can you can have a Microsoft PowerPoint inside your phone also, so that you can prepare a presentation about the topic that is given to you or anything. And then productivity softwares like you can now design graphics or anything. You can shot a video about doing something, how to do things in those software is like your camera. So these are the two things that the facility is available for mobile users. And now come to the large business. Web access, public kiosk, telecommunicating network, productivity software and scheduling are basically the needs of large business users. These needs need to be fulfilled so that you can open up a large business that can run smoothly. Okay, what are the needs of power users? Speed and large amount of storage. Power users also have to perform different kind of operations that needs to be done in very short amount of time, so they need a speed. And second thing, they have a lot of data to be processed. They can process trillion of megabytes or gigabytes or terabytes in an hour or two, so they need a large amount of storage. And there are different type of power users: engineers, architects, desktop publishers and graphic artists. Graphic artists, basically graphic artists needs more amount of storage and speed than that of other three: engineer, architect and desktop publishers, because graphics graphics can be rendered. Graphics need rendering. Rendering needs high capacity of high storage capacity of hard drive, and the media card which has more memory, about means 20 to 30 GB of video cards will be needed, and a processing unit of that size with the fan, because the system will heat it up when you render the graphics. What are some example of computer application in society? Can you tell me what is the application of computer in society? Where do we use computers?
In work,
Yes, and hello, can you hear me?
yes.
Yes. What are the applications? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said work.
Okay, work. So here are some applications. Good, also work. Education, finance, government, healthcare, science, publishing, traveling, industrial, all these have the usage of computer applications, softwares. This is these all of these things needs computers to perform their task much faster than that. Like you can see in the image, all the machines are making the cars. They can make cars faster than that of humans, because the humans are less fast, they need to take rest, but the machines does not need rest. They can make a car in an hour. For humans, they can take 15 to 20 hours to build a car. Okay, so this is today's lesson. Any questions about today's lesson?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Anything that you don't understand?
I understand it.
Okay, so you need these slides.
Yeah, can you send us the recording
Okay,
of the lesson?
okay, so I'll need your email ID for that, so that I
I
can.
can send it in the
Okay,
chat.
okay. Send me the email ID so that I can send you the slides, the recording there. And here is my email ID. If you have any queries regarding or lecture or related to computer. Okay. So I want to know if you only want to learn about computer, or there is specific course outline that you want to follow.
I really want to learn how to code.
You want to learn how to code. Okay, so sure. Okay, first of all we cover these basics, and then we come to that coding part. We will, how about you want to learn about application building or web development, web based applications? What is your interest?
Yes, yes.
Because right now I am developing websites and in web-based applications. Okay. So now I know how what do you want to learn, so it will be easy for me to deliver everything. Okay. So okay, that will be all. So see you on next Sunday. No, Saturday. Sorry.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Okay. Okay then. Office.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.